Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. Objects in box are not as they appear. This is not a Civivi knife. What? And I need a knife to open this with. Syncut or Civivi has flipped the script on me and put a Syncut in a Civivi box. Is this the new thing? Is this what they're gonna do? Is this part of their 10th year anniversary thing? I don't know. But I was like, I'm confused. I'm a little confused. Are you having a great day? I am. I'm having a fantastic day. And we're going to check out, this is a budget knife. This folding pocket knife, everyday carry knife, is less than $40. This is the Syncut Borzum. Would you look at it? I mean, just look at it and all of its boresomness. And this is G10. There's, I think, 3 different versions. I'll show you what all 3 of them look like. No, actually, I think there's 4. But I'll show you what they look like here in just a minute. And let me get you in here for a little bit of texture vision. Nice texture on that G10, which brings us over to, oh yeah, we have a reversible deep carry clip. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm curious, we'll see if this is going to be an issue for ergonomics here in just a minute. I'm not saying it will be, but whenever I see a pocket clip sticking out like that, I'm always like, very, very interesting. And there's a look at your, I don't know if this is going to be a captive pivot or not. It seems like they do captive pivots. Somebody tell me in the comments. I don't think I have time today to take it apart, but I might be captive. I might just take it apart real quick here in just a minute. Stand by for news. Let's see what the blade looks like. Oh yes, very nice. So there's nothing outspoken about this knife. It looks very familiar to a couple other Syncuts that I've seen, but I do like the looks of it. Relatively neutral handles. You have a nice large choil up here. This is 9CR18 MOV blade steel, baby. At least that's what I think it is. Does it say it somewhere? Wow, that is some tiny, tiny, tiny little words. But I'm almost certain this is 9CR18. Oh, okay. How does that, you know what? It feels really nice in the hand. A little bit of dippage up here, almost like it wanted to be a slight amount of harpoon shape, but it's not. Let me get you up here and take a look at this. And you can get black blades or satin. I really like the looks of this satin blade. I like the way it looks. Now, here's something you all might want to know, depending on how big or small your hands are. From tip to tip, this bad boy is 8.2 inches, 209 millimeters long. The close length is 4.8 inches, 121 millimeters. The weight on this bad boy is 4.3 ounces, which is 122.4 grams. And then your blade is 3.5 inches, 88 millimeters of beautiful blade steelness. This is a flat grind. I like how we have a flat right here and then a swedge up top that disappears midway down the primary grind. And it's definitely not, boy, could you imagine if that was a hollow grind? That would be really nice. Nice clean design, and check it out. We do have a little bit of shadow boxing going on with the scales just a little bit higher, or the liners just a little bit higher than the scales. Gives it a little bit of Mr. Fancy Pants look. And it is all milled out. That's what gives you that nice light weight. And let's see. Horizontally, vertically, there is 0 movement. None. 0 out of 10. And then how are we looking for a lockup? The lockup is good. And I just got a feel for that pass through. And we are centered. Let's check it out. A little bit of push button. Oh yeah, comes flying out with authority. And it is, oh wow, it is drop shutty. It's dropping shut. Oh, check this out. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me show you 2 things before I show you something else here. I thought this would be a good one for size comparison. Let's see how close I got. Here's the Syncut Saxy, and it looks like I got really close. The advantage you get with the Borzum is a little bit more handle, and you get a forward choil, where with the Saxy, you don't get the forward choil. The blades are very similar in size. And of course, you know I got to show you QSP Penguin, because everybody should have a penguin, right? And how about the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock? Lot bigger. This is a full-size knife. I wouldn't call it small or large or anything else. I would just call it a full-size knife. And here is the CJRB Pyrite. Look at that. I mean, would you just look at it? And ooh, I had this one out earlier. Here's one a lot of you have. Check this out. I had this out playing with it. This is the Civivi Praxis. So if you have a Praxis, this gives you a really good indication of the size of the blade. The blade is just slightly less high, has slightly less height than that of the Praxis. You can see it's not a lot. and your cutting length is almost identical to that of the Praxis. It's just the handle's not quite as tall. There's just a few subtle differences. And also with this Praxis, you don't have thumb studs where you do have thumb studs with this bad boy. And I do love the fact that this thing is only like 39 doll hairs. So let's check it out. The action, let me give you a little bit of acoustics. So if you're a fidgeter, you're going to enjoy fidgeting. It doesn't have a ton of room for your pass-through. However, it does have a little bit of jimping on the inside of the liner, and it's comfortable. I don't have to dig. I can do this all day long, and it's not going to hurt my thumb. That is very cool. And can we get a, oh yeah, look at this. Look how much room there is under the thumb stud. Get a reverse flick. Very nice. So you have multiple ways of opening this knife. You know I love a good slow roll when you're just going to do a regular cut. And the ergos, I like how my hand fits in it. It's curved just ever so slightly. That I can deal with. I like how it fits in my hand. The pocket clip is not bothering me. It is clearing. That's what I was worried. I was a little concerned. I was wondering how that pocket clip was going to be, if that was going to be hateful. If I'm doing some push cuts down into some cardboard or something, wow. Fits very nice in the hand. And up here, up top, up here at the spine, you can see they've chamfered right at the top of the spine, so the spine isn't sharp on your finger. That is very comfortable, very smooth. What you get here, basically, for less than $40. I mean, whenever you get into the 30s, you're always like, okay, what are we skimping out on? Not much. Reversible clip, 9CR18, which is a good steel. You got G10. You could also get black canvas micarta. And then there's OD, let's see, the OD green, tan G10, and black canvas micarta. There's 3 versions. And there's 2 of them. The other 2, other than this version, they have black blades. So those are your different options to choose from with the new Syncut Borzum. And the reverse grip, that's very comfortable. I like it. You can't go wrong. I mean, there's not a lot to there's nothing to complain about. I mean, there's, you know, the fit, the finish, the action, the ergos, holding it back here is good. Holding it up here is good. It has a nice long blade. I like that you get it. I like a 3.5-inch blade. It's plenty of blade to do a lot of work in. Get to do some tactical Twinkie bag opening, maybe a little bit of Oreos or some Linder's chocolate. Lint. Oh, truffles. Oh my goodness. Don't get me started. Hey, every Friday night, Beez Blades live at the Hive. Come and hang out at the Hive stream. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about lint truffles. And we had we do giveaways. We give away knives like this. We give away knives like this. We give away knives like this. You never know what we're going to give away. That's just a part of the fun of what we do on Friday nights. It's just an added benefit. It's not the reason for the live stream, but it's 4 hours where if you have a question about the Borzum or another Syncut or another Civivi or other brands, that's when you bring it up. That's when I'm able to interact live in person about knives and everyday carry gear and what's coming out and what everybody just got. And if you have knives and you don't have anyone that's enthusiastic to talk about your knives with, that's where you go, is on Friday nights from 8:15 to 11:15. No, 8:15 to midnight. We've lengthened it. It's at least, it always ends up being a 4-hour live stream. But before I go any farther, I could talk to you Friday about it. Let me know what you think about this knife. Do you have a new Syncut? You thinking about this one? Leave me a comment. If you like my content or you like the positivity that you get to enjoy off the content, then give me a big thumbs up. And go watch this video. You're really going to enjoy that. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or at the Hive stream, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.